Hola, wonderful wizards, and welcome back to the Pursuit of Happiness channel. Don't forget to click like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I welcome you to join in the conversation in the comment section down below. And today, me, Pigtail Girl, if you don't know me, I'm Pigtail Girl. I'm going to talk you through a short tapping method that I have created myself that activates energy through the major meridian of the body that will then go out through each meridian of the body and help you to gain more chi flow in your body, more energy in your body, open up the connection between the mind right down to the genital and pubic area. We're going to incorporate the entire length of the torso, and we will be tapping right down to this area. It's not a sexual video at all. It is an all-inclusive holistic tapping, so we're not going to leave the genital area out. So I hope this is not too embarrassing for some people who feel embarrassed about those kind of things, but we're going to be tapping from the head. I will show you shortly the exact thing. We're going to tap all the way down the body. And just here in the pubic bone, right there, you have a reflexology point. For the men, it's just above what we'll call the trunk. Just above the trunk, you have a small indentation that's actually a reflexology point. And for women too, just in the pubic bone, in that area, you also have an indentation where you have a reflexology point. So we're going to go all the way up and down, tapping between those 2 points. And we're going to help to release a lot of energy for you, remove any blockages. Now you can pause this video, you can do it with me, you can rewind it, you can go over the technique. It's very simple to learn and easy to apply. You can do it, I'm doing it kneeling down on the floor. You can have your legs in a more open position, you can sit on a chair and do it, you can stand up and do it. It doesn't really matter, whatever works as a comfortable format for your body. But I'm going to be doing it sitting down or kneeling down right now on the floor with you guys. And what we're going to do to begin is we're going to take the hand and we're going to place it like this, making a bridge over the back of our hemispheres of our head. So it's from the right to left hemisphere, like the Cortis's technique from Body Talk. From the Body Talk modality that I know I've spoken about before on this channel. We're going to use that to start with. So we make the bridge between left and right side of the brain on the head. And then we're going to start with 2 fingers and we're going to tap. We're going to start at the top of the head and we're going to tap at first with 2 fingers. And sometimes I even take 3 fingers and I tap like a trinity. So I tap the middle and I tap the outside. So I tap like this to this section. And then when it comes to here, I'm going to start tapping down here like this, all the way down. It's only gentle tapping, especially on the throat. You don't want to be like tapping very hard. You can tap all the way down. And we're going to tap, 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 tap. And it's going to go all the way and you're going to tap here. And then you're going to bring it back up. I'm only standing up to show you the entirety of my body here. Of course, when you're doing it, you don't stand up like that. That's just to show you the line. And it goes all the way back up here. And then you will end up back where you started there. And all the while you're doing it, you will be chanting Om. So that's basically the technique. And so, without further ado, I will do it twice. Feel free to do it along with me. Feel free to watch it, rewind it, then do it with me. Or just go and do it by yourself when you feel comfortable. And you are going to feel very quickly, you will even feel like energy being released. Anytime you get to a point, you can, if you feel like tapping there a bit longer, then stay there a bit longer. Like maybe here you might feel that this needs a bit extra while you're doing it. You can stay there for an entire Om. Whenever you feel like you've reached a point where, it's maybe a little tender or a bit discomfort, you can tap there a bit longer. You just go with your intuition, develop that communication with your body that I'm always talking about. Learn to feel where the body wants you and trust in your connection with your body. Trust that if you're feeling drawn to do it, don't ever doubt your intuition, and as you're tapping, if anything's coming up like thoughts or memories, when you finish the Om tapping, write them down and have a think. You know, if over your heart as you were chanting Om and you were tapping, if something just suddenly shot into your mind, don't worry about that. Write it down. That's a message from your body of something that you're releasing, or that you can go back in and focus on and tap it out. Say, okay, I'm focusing on that memory. I remember that there was this time where my mum shouted at me and I felt really heartbroken about it because she was wrong, and you know, she called me a liar, but I wasn't, and I felt that memory come up here. So I'm just going to release that now and say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me, thank you, I love you, and I forgive it, and let it go, you know, and work through that emotion. So this is one thing you can do. Or you can just, if you don't get any pictures coming up, that's also fine. Doesn't mean you're doing it wrong, but you should, after a while, if you do it daily or weekly, or whenever you feel like you need a little pick-me-up or a boost, you should start to feel energy really starting to reach out through those meridians and giving you a good boost to your healing practice, whatever that may be. Okay, so let's begin, shall we? So that was one circuit. I'll do one more if you'd like to go through it again with me. Okay, are you ready, my dears? Let's go. Very nice. And that's it. It's a very simple technique. You use the sound of Om because it's a very balancing sound. It's bringing in the creative energy of the universe, the source energy, the O and the M, the Om, and that's balancing out the right and the left brain hemispheres because it's the masculine and the feminine together in that sound, and the child, you know, incorporates everything Om. It's all sounds combined. So it's a really very beneficial sound, and I can already feel like now I feel energy just circulating throughout my body. It's very, very nice. And particularly if you do tantra or any other kind of energy practice and you're sensitive to energy, like if you've got kundalini activating, like I can feel the kundalini going up the back of my neck, if any of you know how that feels, and sort of tingling electric snakes all in my brain. So this is a wonderful practice to do, and the more you do it, the more you will feel the energy. So if you incorporate this into your daily routine, I can guarantee you will have some wonderful results, my darlings. So I hope this finds you well. If any of you are interested to receive healing sessions with me, you can visit the description box down below, where I will put all the information all the different deals I do. You can work out what works out best for you. I have some information down below on if you can't afford the healings, but you would still like to gain some healings. If you look at the description box, I will show you some ways you can do that too. So my dears, be well, be wonderful, be the magnificent wizard, sovereign wizard that you came here to be. And I will see you on the next episode of The Pursuit of Happiness. One love. Mwah.